Just walking out of the hospital doors, letting go of her hand and, not being able to touch her and kiss her. And when they just said, you have to go, and, we walked out those doors, and the weight of it was unbearable.
Oh, that just grabs your heart. It's a problem that, while progress has been made, it still needs a solution. Babies die at a much higher rate in Hamilton County than the national average, but there is some good news. Current infant mortality rates are at their lowest in the Hamilton County's history. I'm joined now by Dr. Jim Greenberg. He is one of the co-founders of Cradle Cincinnati, the group working so hard to save infant lives. I want to thank you for joining us.
It's a pleasure. Thank you.
Big announcement today, and it's all about tackling preventable pain. So yes. You guys have launched another 5-year plan. What are the goals of the 5-year plan?
So the goals focus on ways we can continue to drive our infant mortality rate down. And there are 3 major areas of focus. The first is decreasing extreme preterm birth. Those are babies who are born before the end of the 2nd trimester.
Wow.
So really, really tiny babies.
And who need tons of care and might not make it through.
Correct.
Yeah.
If they survive, it's a long, long road. And our goal is to reduce that by 33% more over the next 5 years. And then with sleep-related deaths, like the powerful SIDS and what the Alexanders went through, we have a very aspirational goal there. We'd like to eliminate those in the next 5 years. We've made progress, and we think we can move it much further.
Is that simply by saying ABCs? Follow the ABCs of sleep and getting the message out?
Yeah, strangely enough, that's really it.
Really?
It really, if we could really get the ABCs practiced all the time by every mom and dad in Hamilton County, we'd be there.
Let's say them right now, since people are watching. A,
alone.
So the baby should be alone.
Yes,
B,
on their back.
okay, never on their stomach.
Correct.
And why?
Well, there's a long answer for that,
okay.
But the simple answer is it's much easier for a baby to keep their airway open when they're on their back, when they're on their stomach.
Can't suffocate.
Yeah, and people sometimes think they can choke more when they're on their back, but it's actually the opposite.
And C?
In a crib.
In a crib, not co-sleeping.
Not co-sleeping.
Okay.
Yes.
Really important.
Really important.
When we talk about preterm birth and preventing that, what are a couple of the strategies that you guys are looking at there?
Well, some really important ones include smoking cessation, something that we focused on a lot. Yeah, and it's simple, but it's hard. Yeah. Smoking is very addictive, but it's definitely reversible, and it will make a difference. The other that's maybe more challenging is really thinking about how we deliver prenatal care, especially to disadvantaged moms in the tri-state. And we believe that some of those moms experience bias, and that bias leads to stress, and that stress leads to bad pregnancy outcomes. And we have some evidence that actually by tackling that head on, it makes a huge difference for extreme preterm birth.
All right. Dr. Greenberg, thank you for being here and for sharing what happened earlier today. Really appreciate it.
It's a pleasure. Thank you so much, Kristen.